Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a Miniverse Make It Mini Cafe Series 5. And today we have wontons. Where are they? Wonton soup. I'm very excited because I love Asian culture. I love Japanese, Chinese food, all the different types of foods. So this is going to be very excited. I have had wonton soup a million times. So I'm excited to put it together. It's pretty easy. It just says put the chicken stock to that level, put some wontons in, garnish it, and cure it real well. And it should work, but what I'm going to do actually is put a little bit in, cure it, put a little bit more, cure it. So we'll see. All right, so I think it's cool because we have frozen wontons here, which they are very spongy. We have one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 of them. Wait, there's one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Okay, excellent. We have some chives, which is amazing. We also have gotten them before in the mashed potatoes or the baked potatoes, something like that. I love a good chive. The thing I like about this the most is that it comes with this beautiful bowl. It is like supposed to be, I think, ceramic and hand painted. Sorry. And I love these soup spoons here. Look at that. The attention to detail. So basically it's supposed to go in there, and then there's a little handle on the edge so that it does not fall into your bowl, which is amazing. I think we're going to do a frozen moment today, and it comes with some chopsticks as well. And then we have our delicious chicken stock that we are going to have for our soup. All right. Well, chicken stock obviously is incorporated in the soup. It's not just pure chicken stock, I don't think, but maybe it is. Okay, so let's do this up. Let's open up our wontons here. I think we're gonna use all of them, so let's just cut them open. Nope, still didn't even get enough. I would love a duplicate. I always say I would love a duplicate of things, but then next thing you know, I don't. I have too many things now. Be careful what you wish for, people, because in a good way. I love it. I was like, I wish I had all these extra ingredients, and then now you know what? I do it for YouTube, and I do have all these extra ingredients. Look at these though. The attention to detail. Look how cute. It's very hard to see, but these things look very like wontons. They're very squishy. I'm very excited. So what we're gonna do is a frozen moment on the spoon. So we're gonna need at least to save 1 wonton for side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll see if all 7 fit in the bowl. If not, we'll save some. And like I said, the way to not make it seep all the way to the bottom, well, like these. If we put them in here, let me show you. Say there's liquid in there, and we put them in there. Look at that. You see 1 of them. And we literally put 5 in there. So we're not going to waste it. We're going to put a little bit of chicken stock / resin in there. So let's get that in there now. Hold it upside down 1 minute. Okay, so I'm going to close the cap. I was going to say I'm going to put it upside down, but it's going to be hard to put it upside down because it has that. But let's see if we can put it upside down like that. Nope, it's not going to want to stay like that. Okay, so we squirted it out. I'm going to use this little spoon. I've been using a little spoon from like the Harry Potter series rather than a toothpick because it's reusable and easily cleanable, and it's easier to scoop up the resin. Okay, so you see how much resin we have in there? It's about, let it settle, up to there. I'm going to cure that in the light, and then we're going to put the things in there. So everything that we put on top of that will be risen up so it does not look like it is fully stunk into the bottom. Because yes, we want a lot of wontons, but we don't want it to look like, if you can't see through it or into the bottom, you know what I mean? It's like, what's the reasoning? So let me cure that up real quickly. All right, so I cured that up, and it looks nice and clear, no bubbles at all. Love it. So what we're going to do, since we have this upside down, we're going to add our resin first to avoid less air bubbles. Oh, it's a little tipsy. Okay, so pour the rest of this in here, hopefully. Since it's been upside down, it should all come out. And there will still be like water displacement or resin displacement, I'll call it, I guess, now. So honestly, that's probably enough for now, just because it's going to rise up anyway. We'll save a little bit for our frozen moment. Okay, so I'm going to take our little spoon here, poke the holes, poke the bubbles. Excellent. Set that to the side real quick. 1 moment. Okay. I think it's because this little thing is a little lopsided. So we're going to drop these in here. Let's see how many we can fit. It's going to rise up. We might not need to use all of them. Push them down. And I want to get roll them around a little bit if you need to, just to get them all coated with resin so that they look, it's very wonton soupy. And just flip it back up. Okay, that looks good. To make it look more realistic, we'll flip one of these upside down there like that. All right, that looks pretty good. We could probably add a little bit more in there just to cover it, but we will give this a cure and maybe add a little bit more and then do our frozen moment just so that everything looks more uniform. But before we do that, actually, we're going to garnish a little bit, add a few chives in. Okay, that's perfect. Not too many. I might have to move a few around. Don't tilt it too much. Move these around. It looks good, actually. Just trying not to have two touching each other. It looks more professional. Okay. So I'm going to cure this up and then we will add maybe a little bit more resin in there and then do our frozen moment. Be right back. All right, so I cured that up. It looks pretty good, but as you see, the wontons are still sticking out a little bit. So we're gonna add just a little bit more resin because I want it to be more covered, you know, like a full soup. So I'm gonna put it right in the middle, and then we're gonna do a frozen moment as well. We're gonna use every last drop of this. So that's why it's good to keep it upside down. Let it drip out. Okay, let that drip one more time. Okay. And then I'll close it up real quick. We'll probably use just a little bit what's left in there. Okay, we're gonna take our spoon, move the resin around. Make sure I'm just kind of touching everything with it to make it look like it was submerged in there. And there's a lot of extra, so we're gonna go around the whole bowl. I think that looks perfect. You can tell what it is and all that, and you'll be able to tell what it is when there's a frozen moment as well. So I think I want to cure that one more time just to get it nice and secure, and then we will do our little frozen moment on top of that. I'll be right back. One more second. Alrighty, so I cured that up and we got a nice 1, 2, 3, 6, 5 in there. Sorry, can't count. And I think we're gonna do the frozen moment maybe back here just so it, like, you can see all of them, but also it'll look cute like that. So what we're gonna do before we do that, I want to cure this up on its own. So take a little bit of what's left. I might have to use my other spatula. I've been keeping this upside down. Just don't want it to go everywhere. A little bit's coming out. Okay, I think just enough of it to fill the spoon. Keep it right side up. I will use my spoon probably to get the rest of it just so I don't spill it everywhere. Ow. Okay. Pick up our dumpling here that we want to do our frozen moment with for wonton. Dumpling, wonton, I don't really know the difference. All right, so it looks like it's big, so we're gonna turn it sideways. I think it'll fit better sideways. That looks good. And then what I'm gonna do, it's still secure in there. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 chives. That's why it's good to have these little these needle nose tweezers. I need to buy some new ones. I'm gonna buy some new tools eventually. Let's put 2, and I love this because like it's all up for interpretation. Like obviously these are like clear little plastic straws that have been cut into pieces, but in my eyes, you label them as chives, they're chives. Okay, so let's add a little chive there. Add one too on the back side. I think it'll look good. Chive in the front, chive in the back. Okay, let me check both sides. It looks pretty even. Let me tilt it a little. Okay, we're gonna put this in the light to give it a full cure. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit more on top to make it look glazy. And then we will do our little frozen moment right there. I'll be right back. Okay, so I cured that up, looking nice and good. I'm in love with this little spoon here and the squishy little wontons. Okay, so we're gonna do our frozen moment, like I said, probably back here, make it look like we're just pulling something out. So I'm gonna take this resin that we have, our chicken stock resin. I'm gonna put my golden spoon in there. I don't know if there's much in there, honestly. I'm gonna grab some of it, mix it on the side here with a clear resin I have, just to try to make it as much as I can the color of it. I don't think you really tell at all, but there's not much left in the package. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, stay still. Okay, since I mixed it, we're gonna take what I have here, go over the wonton, make it look nice and glossy, like you just took it out of the soup. Looks excellent. And then we're going to take a frozen moment here. So we're going to add some on the top here and have it dripping down here. I'm going to want to move this out of the way. One sec. I'm going to have to get my light ready. Alrighty, so sorry about that. I ran out of storage on my phone. I need to figure this out. I need to download some videos. Anyways, so I cured this up, and we're gonna do our frozen moment here. I'm not the well, I'm not I say I'm not the best at frozen moments, but let's see. I'm gonna take this. I tried to mix as much as I could with the remainder. So what we're gonna do is let it, you kind of want it to drip from the edge here, but here to the, like it's dripping down, and you're gonna have your light ready. Actually, you know what we should do? Do this. This might be smarter. Pile it up on the bottom here, and then when we flip it over, let's see where we want it. We're gonna want it maybe right here, and you try to get it to be attached. Honestly, that's pretty good, and we'll reinforce it. Sometimes one little drip makes it work. All right, as you see, it's not fully secure, as I can kind of tap it, but it is a frozen moment there. And how I reinforce that is add a little bit more resin just underneath. Try to go right where the pour is, and you can kind of put it on the, what do you call it, spoon there. And as you drop more, it'll get bigger, and just cure it in place. I think that looks really good, actually. Look at that. As you see, there's a little like thing there, and it's a little more secure, but we're gonna give it a full cure, and then we'll see how secure it is after. I will be right back. Alrighty, we finished her up with the full cure, and I want you to see how, like a spot cure, if you just remembered when I tried to touch it, it was like flimsy. A full cure, look at this. Touching it, nothing's moving. So that's why you need like a full high level powered light, so that nothing gets uncured. And I love it. So we have our wonton soup here. It even comes with a pair of chopsticks. We'll keep those in the sleeve there. And then a little side of chives if you want extra. But this was so fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join our free Patreon. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.